Hey everybody, Country here. I had broke my phone a few days ago, so I still had the old pre-recording. So I'm gonna have this pre-recording for this podcast, and then after that, we're gonna keep it rolling. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Let me know if you do. Well, hello everybody. To all those who mix my sexy voice, yes, I am back. I have broken my phone, and it's been broken for over 2 weeks, and it broke right after the other podcast show, and I had to get a whole new phone, a new number, and also new plan. So yes, I am finally back. I was mad as hell. I was so goddamn upset. I hate Verizon. I fuck with Verizon, but I hate them at the same time. Verizon got it to where now you have to be the authorized user or a second authorized user in order to access the family plan. Now, since I am not an authorized user of the family plan and the authorized user has to physically be there if you are not the authorized user, guess what that means? In order to be able to walk out of there with a working phone, I'm going to have to buy one. And in order for it to work, I'm going to have to give me a plan. So now I am fully doing what they are called adulting, which I've already been doing. I just did not want to go this far. So I am still a little pissed. But here's the beauty behind getting a new number. All the people that I don't want to bother me can no longer bother me anymore. So, what a wonderful thing it is. Now, I did a pre-recording and it was a little messy. I think I cleaned up a little bit, so I'm doing another one. So, I had about 4 topics I wanted to touch on. And I got stuck on one in particular, and that's why I wanted to redo it. So, the first thing is that I was going to talk about 5150 show. I'm a big supporter of the 5150. Not the biggest. I won't say I'm the biggest, but I am a big supporter. I sent a drawing, and because I broke my phone, I can no longer make the videos that I was talking about making with the drawings I did. Yeah, that's on my phone. And the screen went black. So, yeah, I can't see nothing. But anyway, I sent them a picture of, well, y'all wouldn't get the joke unless y'all watch the show, but they ain't nothing but like 5 of y'all. Anyway, so I sent a picture that was related to the show to them. I hope they get it. They may reject it because they don't know who I am. It's just a random package coming. I hope they get it and appreciate it. I don't really want any recognition. I don't want recognition for it. I would like for them to show it on the show because it's for them, and I want, people to like see that like somebody, really thought about them. Like I would like it would be nice to see my artwork shown. However, do they gotta say who I am or something? No, I even gave them a fake alias. Like I don't want nobody to know it's me. But I would like to see my artwork up there, and I just want them to know like I fuck with them. So, and that's the reason I want to see it, because I know if I saw it, then I know that they like, hey man, we appreciate it. But the other thing was that I sent them a package. However, I bought something from the show, and it's called Mac of Magic. And the next podcast I'm going to do, hopefully it'll be Monday, which this one is Tuesday. But Mac of Magic has shroom in it. Now, Do I do drugs? No. I don't even take ibuprofen. If I got a headache, guess what? That headache just going to stay. So, and it's a microdose drink. Maca Magic is this microdose drink. You get 4 of them in a pack. It's $100 a pack. However, you only drink a small amount of each bottle. And you get 4 servings in each one. So you got a total of 16 servings for $100. That ain't bad when you think about it in drug sense. Because people sit there and buy a blunt for $10 or buy weed for $10 and be high. And they don't get you that same kind of high and not as long. And you talking about 10 blunts, that's $100 versus 16 servings. And I'm going to feel way better than you. And I get to see God. So anyway, I bought the Maca Magic shit. I bought the Maca Magic. It should be here anytime soon. I may do the podcast, and I'm trying to decide if I want to meditate and take it first and go into the spiritual realm, or do I want to try to do the podcast stoned out. The only reason why I don't want to, because I know my body. I am very susceptible to new stuff. Like, it don't take me much to get me under the influence unless it's alcohol. Alcohol, I can handle my alcohol. I don't do drugs. So I feel like sniffing this shit, I'm going to be seeing God. So I don't know. I don't want to be sitting there doing it. And then next thing I know, my voice recording is like 5 hours long. And I'm talking about the fucking anatomy of a Portuguese water dog. Like, I don't want to be that high. I don't know how it's going to treat me. So we'll see. But yeah, I bought the Maca Magic. Corey, if you ever somehow in the future ever hear this recording, ever hear this podcast, ever, maybe in heaven when you die, because I will not be famous. But if you ever, by the grace of God, ever hear my voice, thank you for everything you have done. Thank you for being a real one. Maca, thank you for the Maca Magic. Even though I haven't tried it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to love it. Best of luck to you and all of your endeavors. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, the second thing I was going to touch on it for like 10 seconds. In other news, Trump got assassination attempt. I wrote it down right here. An assassination attempt. I found that out about an hour ago. Moving on. I'm also thinking about moving into a bus. Yes, people, I said it. I said it last week that I was going to talk about my housing plans and my goals. I'm thinking about moving into a bus. I'm going to get a school bus, convert it into a house. And if somebody sit there and call me a schoolie, they're going to get 2 chops to the throat, because if you call me that ugly ass shit, I'm not going to like it. You will refer to that bus as my house on wheels, or my house. And if I ever get pulled over by the police, he will knock on the front door, because I will take the bus door off and put the front door. And I will answer the door, and I'll be like, "Hello, officer. Do you like my house?" If anybody else comes to my residence and knock on the door, and they were like, "So, like, is this your bus?" I'm like, "This is my house. Would you like to come in?" I already said officer, and somebody had to stop me, because they said, if you let an officer in your house, they can do whatever they want, right? Because they ain't got a warrant. Well, I'm not going to have nothing in there. I was going to invite all of them in my house that pulled me over just to ask them if they want a donut. They be like, they going to knock on the door. I'll answer the door. "Yes, officer, we have a problem here. Is this your..." "Yes, this is my house. Would you like to come in? I have donuts." Invite him in my house. Once he see that bitch, I ain't getting that ticket. He like, "Man, this is nice." I'm like, "I know." I'm going to have a whole section right at the front door for police officers. It's going to say policeman, and it's going to be some donuts and some coffee. It's going to be right there for him. And I'm going to get him some coffee, and I'm going to get him a donut. And here you go, officer. I was expecting you anyway. I know I was going 85. That is the fastest this buses go. I cannot go any faster, as you can see on the odometer there. So, yeah, you can just kind of let me go. Like, when you do 85 and 60, like I said, officer, it only can do 85. It's not gonna reach 85. That's the fastest this bitch is gonna go. I think 85 is pretty reasonable. I can't do much damage unless I hit a bitch. Like, other than that, it was nobody on the road. It'll take your dough and get the hell out of my house. So, I will get a bus and convert it. It will be nice and wonderful. And I'm going to tell you something. You best believe I'm going to get me a queen-size bed in that bit. I'm getting me a queen-size bed. I ain't doing like some of them people sitting there getting them itty below midget beds and they're trying to make it all cute and save space. I'm getting a queen-size bed in there one way or another. Because that's what I'm used to being on. One of them fools or a queen. And I usually alternate between the two depending on where I'm staying. I ain't getting no little old dorm bed. Hell no. I'm getting that whole place sectioned off for that bed. I will sacrifice some other room. My main thing is I need a bathroom and I need a bed. I can have a small kitchen. I seen people sit there and spend money and have a whole, big granite kitchen in that bit. I'm like, the hell, you done lost your mind. You might have well bought a house, stupid. All that money you done spent. Be having those big shiny countertops. Take up half of the bus. I'm like, what the hell you cooking? You white. You don't even know how to season. The hell you need all that kitchen for in that bus? Fuck around, be driving and blow up. Got that oven start banging up against the counter and then blow some shit up. You won't do no. I'm gonna get me one of them itty bitty little apartment ovens. 4 little eyes. I don't need all that shit. I'm sinking a small counter. I'd rather have a shower big enough to spin around in so I ain't touching the walls than to sit there and have a big old long counter just to pop some popcorn. Like, come on. White folks trying to be damn special. Anyway, the main topic I wanted to talk on, and I'm going to try to keep this at a minimum, is relationships and mental health amongst black men and women under the age of 35. So, the difference between men and other male specimens is the difference between men and just people that just got a thing-a-lang. It is. So, ladies, this is one thing that I want to give y'all a little bit of the game, is that I'm going to let you know something right now. And this is going to be very blunt, by the way. You are not going to find the man of your dreams if you require too much tangible shit in America. Also, other ladies that the man of your dreams is simple and got his shit together and you don't want nothing but just love and affection. You don't want all the tangible shit. Guess what? You probably not gonna find it either. Now, you got a high chance, but you ain't gonna find him. You know why? Because we live in the U.S. Here's something wonderful about that, is that the world within the U.S. is designed to screw over the man. No matter the race, but mostly black men. I don't know why. I'm like, we've been here long enough, you would think they'd just leave us alone, but I want you to understand something. We are a product of the past. Times was different when granddaddy and grandmama was coming around, when, you know, they got married at 16, 17 years old, or even the age gap where great-grandma was 15 and great-granddaddy was 35. It was okay to have a whole bunch of children. You know why? Because you needed help to do work. You had 13 children, 75 grandchildren, quite all right. You had nothing to worry about. All you did was wake up in the morning without a cell phone, no alarm. You just had a rooster and the birds at the window. You got up, you did whatever your job was, you got done pretty much when you wanted to, unless you worked in manufacturing, you had to do what the white man said, the boss man. And you went home. Your wife stayed at the house, or she worked a hard job too. But somehow she had enough energy and strength to take care of them children and the cook. You came home, food was ready, you ate, you went to bed, you got up, you did the same thing until you got old. And you couldn't do it no more. Nah, technology started coming, life started becoming a little bit easier, racial tensions wasn't as bad, more opportunity in the world started coming, drugs started coming, all these other things. Well, when our parents came around, our parents, like, what, I'm 20-something, so most people parents rated at their 60s. The youngest rated by 40-something. But generally around by 50, 60. Now, when our parents came around, then that's when they had, more freedom and stuff. But that's when the age started coming around. That's when drugs started coming around. Police brutality was a little bit different, Everything became more systemic. And that's also when capitalism started really showing his ass. And started separating men and women, destroying the American family, started corrupting the minds of everybody around, trying to get rid of the older people that are teaching stuff, and try to tell us, oh, don't stay on that farm, go get your real job, become a doctor, leave all that country shit alone. That's when everything started changing. Now, when our parents came around, guess what? We can say grandmom and granddaddy, they still together. Well, what about your mom and daddy? Oh, that nigga? Oh, he wasn't there. My stepdaddy, he alright, Most of us in college, we sit there, a lot of us don't say mom and dad. A lot of, our mom and stepdad, or my daddy and stepmama, or you might have both. You might have a stepdad and a stepmama, You might just have one parent. May just be mama. Yeah, maybe grandmama. But guess what? Everybody was raised so much differently but the same. Ladies, if there's a guy out there that got the nerve to sit there and say that he acting a certain way because his daddy wasn't there, or his mom, his grandmama died and that's why he cheated or he did this shit. One, you shouldn't have been in that situation to start with. You should have already seen the red flags coming. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you this now. Leave that motherfucker. If a man make an excuse, I'm not even saying a man, I'm going to say a guy. If a guy makes an excuse of doing wrong, of doing personal wrong, because I would say the difference between wrong and personal wrong. If he does personal wrong, cheating, lying to you about somebody else, spending your money, disrespecting you, putting his hands on you, stuff like that. If he has an excuse for any of those things, you need to get him out of your life immediately. The reason why I said the difference between personal wrong and wrong is because we all know stealing is wrong, right? However, I'm not going to necessarily blame a thug for how he got to make his living. It's rough. And as a guy, you got guys that, they scam, which to me, that's really low life activity. But you got dudes that scam, you got dudes that's on the corner, you got dudes that they're just trying to make it work. They're trying to do whatever they can, and some are not doing it just for themselves. They may be doing it for future endeavors. They may be doing it for somebody else. So, stealing is wrong. But if you starving, sometimes you feel like you ain't got no choice. Especially when you look at the big scheme of things. The only thing that said that is wrong is religion. And the only thing that said that stealing is wrong. Oh, don't steal, don't kill. That's my bike, don't touch it. And it keeps, I'm telling you, that keeps a lot of stuff, sane or keeps, it gives order to this bullshit, right? So yeah, that's true. It's wrong in a sense, but if you are desperate, it's understandable. I completely understand. I don't like seeing anybody hungry. I don't like seeing anybody struggling. So like, however you can get it to survive, that's animalistic. That's just primal. That's the desire to want to live. So ladies, if you got a dude that's trying to provide for you and he's trying to do better, you know, he may be doing wrong, but if he has the best intentions, you know, he may get caught up, may go to jail, or get killed or something like that. But that's more respectable to see a man actually try than to come up with excuses. So I would like to point that out. But I'll tell you this one. Guys, if a lady requires more than you can give her, or you can foresee it, leave her ass. Don't get with her. Don't do. Because ladies, I'm telling you, a lot of y'all expect a lot out of us. A lot of y'all expect a lot out of life. Look, I'm not going to blame you. I'm not going to blame you fully. I'm going to blame capitalism. Because capitalism wants you to want the stuff you want. Capitalism also wants you to believe the stuff you believe in. They're going to sit there and be like, oh, this makeup right here, this the best foundation right here. Or this wig here, the girl, look at this wig here. You don't even see the lace with this one here. And da-da-da-da-da. I ain't about to be looking bald head and I'm the best looking bitch. And all that stuff plays influence. And I know girls, y'all gonna sit there, oh, I like it because it make me feel beautiful. Let me tell you something. If all that shit were to disappear, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna let you know something. Difference between men and women. I have asked this. I have asked a few female friends of mine, describe to me the man that you want, or the perfect man. And I asked guys, describe to me the perfect woman. Most of the men's list, I can still count on one hand what they want. Compared to the ladies, I need to goddamn get a notebook, because they gonna have a list. Y'all be wanting more little technical shit. And that's what makes finding the person much harder, because it gets more technical. It's like go on the internet, for example. You go on the internet, you type in a basic word, and you get a whole bunch of options. But then the more technical that you get, the more you can kind of find it. But some things is so technical, it may not even be on the internet. It may not be there. Now, the internet can find anything, so, I mean, generally speaking, you should find the most simplest thing. But if I ask a woman, okay, describe the man. Describe what he looks like. Oh, well. And then a lot of times, I like how they start off kind of humble at first and shit. Like, well, you know, he cares about me, and he's considerate, and he's loving, and then all of a sudden, somehow we get on the topic of, ooh, I mean, he don't have to make a whole lot of money, but like, I mean, like $63,000, $70,000. I mean, if he's starting out 63, that's not bad. Especially right out of school, that's not bad. And then I got a job too, and we can do that match, and we can sit there and go on like trips and stuff like to Hawaii. We can do something like every year or whatever. And then when he really start making money, I like how y'all start like really fantasizing like dude as y'all growing up in y'all head in the first 10 seconds of the conversation. And when he really start making money, and then we can actually just like go to Hawaii for like 2 weeks. Maybe 2 months, you know, like that. And then, if he's like 6'5", and he gotta be like real fit, but I mean, I would like if he would, but if he had like, maybe like an athlete's body, like a runner or something, right? Like if he had like a runner, if he had this, and he was cool with his mama, and he feared God, he went to church, and and I'm sitting in my head thinking, how the hell he gonna go to church if he in Hawaii for 2 months? What the fuck you got somebody going on? And he do this, and he do that, and it's all this shit. And then y'all go on a tangent. And I'm sitting like, who is this nigga? I would like to meet him. And you see what it look like. And I'm sitting there like, if you ask for all this shit, what the hell you providing them? And then all of a sudden, that's when they get quiet. Huh? They be, huh? I'm like, what are you providing? Love and attention. What the fuck is love and attention compared to all that shit? They don't, what? I gotta do all that and then you gonna pay me back in love and attention. Well, hell, I get a parakeet for that. I can still make the money, eat this good food, and go to Hawaii, be 6'5" and beautiful with a parakeet on my shoulder. What the fuck I look like sitting there tagging your ass along? At least I can just get that motherfucker bird seed and he's satisfied. But I ask guys. Now, I can't ask all guys because some of them are nuts. But even then, you will be surprised, even the ones that more horse than others. They'll sit there and tell you, and I like when like whole dudes sit there like, man, if I found a bitch, man, bitch considerate, she care about me, man. You know, keep herself looking right. That's all that matters. That's all we care about. We don't care about none of that. We consider, look, men and even actresses. The main three things I always kept hearing: considerate, which is consideration, trustworthy, and loyal. And then we throw in there, yeah, take care of herself. That don't mean you had to be strong, and that don't mean you have to have a six-pack, but it's like, damn, baby, you trying. Like, you ain't just sitting there just hawking food down your throat, laying around like a big bull seal on the beach. You know, like everything on good. Hey, damn, go on a walk every now and then. That's what we care about. They didn't say nothing about her hair type, how big she was, how tall. None of that. I can't even pull that out of a dude. Usually that'll be like something we laugh at, like, oh man, you know, she had a big old ass. That, and then we laugh at that. They don't care. We don't. We honestly don't give a flying buck if you bald head and you had one arm. Could you please me with the one arm? Could you please me by cooking a nice meal, massaging my head, you know, something. Put your one arm around me and tell me I'm out. Ladies, I will give y'all some advice. And this is why, and this is a big one, and I'm not even going to touch on this. Black men that go for women outside their race. I know the answer. Y'all not going to like the answer. I'm not going to give it. Not with this conversation. Because I'll go on a tangent. I'm not going to give it. I'm just going to let you know one thing, though. It is a big reason. Now, some of it, I will say this, is because of where they grew up. That is a big part of it. Depending on, because I know a lot of, like, Northeastern guys, because you have a lot of influence from, you know, whites and Mexican, Spanish, I would say, you know. They will go for that because of what's around them. However, it is a reason for that. It's not because of how they look. It's because of what they do. They getting something that they can't get from somebody else, if you catch my drift. I will say this as far as a dog. A dog that's outside. Just outside, never go in the house. You just got, they ain't tied up or nothing. An outside dog, if you have neighbors, outside dogs go to wherever the love is. That is a true statement. If you ever grew up in the country, or you know a country-ass person that grew up with a dog, if you knew a country person that had an outside dog, ask them. A dog will go anywhere where the love is. They will get something that they can't get from home. If I'm not feeding that dog, but by once a week, but somebody else is throwing food outside their window every day, that dog ain't finna. Now, the dog may sleep at my house, but guess where that dog going every day? To the neighbors. He gonna go over there. And if the neighbors start going outside and interacting with the dog, guess what? The dog stay over there a little longer. The dog may just come to my house just to sleep. Right? The dog gonna go where the love is. Guys, same way. Women the same way too. We all the same. We're gonna go where we get what we need. That's what we should be doing. A lot of us know. We stubborn and we like, no, I got to do it this way. And then, don't be scared to go where the love is. But guys will sit there and tell you they basic needs. We just want somebody that's considerate. Ladies, if you want to be considerate, I'll tell you one. Especially if you can get out of your selfish needs and wants for just a second. Do something for the guy without hinting or trying to put out there that you want something. We can sense it. We know if you done broke some or if you want something. We know it. If you come and, be bothering us a certain way, rubbing our head or whatever like that, like, Lord Jesus, you want something. Okay, here we go. How much is it? This is consideration. Bill Burr said it the best. He said, ladies, go in the kitchen. He said, I ain't say you belong in the kitchen. Bald head and pregnant. He said, just go in the kitchen. If your man outside working hard, make him a sandwich. Cut it diagonally on a plate. Hand it to him and give him a cold beer. If you don't drink beer, give him a cold drink, cold water, whatever. And just fucking leave. Don't say shit. Don't be like, give him the sandwich and now outside. You sit there and you start walking off and you be like, are you gonna go and do this later on today? No, give him the sandwich, fucking leave. If you gotta leave the house, just leave. Get away from him. Don't disturb him. Just give him the sandwich and leave. I promise you, he gonna cry and use the bread from the sandwich to wipe the tears. He will remember that sandwich forever. Even if the relationship don't work out. He will remember you and that sandwich. And I'm going to tell you that sounds silly. But as for a guy, this is biological. And this is also because of society, how they tell us to be. We have to not show our feelings. We have to be strong. We have to work until we die. We have to do all this stuff. And it's nowhere in there where it said you will get this. It's like, no, once you get the woman, you have to do this for the woman. You have to do this for your mama. You have to do this for this. It's never you're going to receive this. So we don't know how to accept stuff. That simple sandwich is like giving us the world. Something that small. Believe it or not, it has happened to me before. I've sat there and received one tiny thing. And all of a sudden, that was the best thing. I received some work boots from a girl I'm not even with. That's been 5 years ago. I still remember them boots. I wore them boots until the bottoms came out of them. The only way I could get rid of them is I had to burn them because I didn't even have the heart to throw them away. I had to burn those boots up. You know why? Because anything that is worth value, I even said the American flag, the only way to retire American flag is had to be burned. So I did that out of respect for that. I couldn't wear the boots no more. I had to burn them. That was the best thing I ever received. And I still love her for that. For them damn boots, because all I said was, I wish I had some work boots. She didn't want nothing in return. I just come in the house. She said, huh. And I saw how much they cost. I didn't even want to wear them. I put them on, best boots I ever had. There was some UGG work boots. It was $140. I wore them for years until I couldn't wear them no more. I wore the shit out. Everywhere, everything I did, that's why I wore them out. Every day. But that small stuff, she didn't want nothing. And even though I didn't have the money at the time, I tried to give her everything. And that's the problem. It's a problem with guys that we won't have nothing. And ladies, y'all think that, oh, well, he was giving me this and giving that. He was giving you too much. Because he wasn't calculating he was going to lose his job. He didn't calculate how much this shit was going to cost him. He didn't know that his mama was going to die. He didn't know that he was going to lose his house. He didn't know none of this stuff was going to happen. That's when problems happen because now he's stressed out. So the only way to allow him to recover from that, if you're going to still be with him, is to be considerate. Don't switch up and give him your all because he's down. Because then that's going to make him feel bad. That's going to make him feel like you tested him. You don't ever give your all to no man, and you don't ever raise no man. That's not your job. Your job is just to coexist with him and meet him on even ground. If he become a sorry, he done lost his job or something like that, he becomes sorry, leave him alone. You need to leave his ass. If he become emotionally unstable, you need to leave his ass. I don't give a damn. You just need to leave him. Because you're going to wind up getting hurt. Because an unstable man is the most dangerous thing on the planet. And I ain't saying dangerous as he going to do something to you physically. But things can change. He may sit there and just act out. Just start doing stuff outside his character. So if it's to a point where he just seems like he's not going to recover that easy, where he just kind of gave up, if it's nothing you can do and you see it's getting worse, you need to leave. It's sad to say, but that's the only way he can grow. Try to let him grow without getting yourself hurt too. It's tricky, but you have to be honest with yourself. You have to pay attention. But I will say this. Ladies, for y'all that want wigs every day, nails that y'all just gonna break, makeup and all that other stupid shit, I'll let you know this now. If the dude that you want can't provide none of that stuff like that, and this, I'm saying this for your benefit, if he cannot provide that stuff, like he's trying, if he can't provide it like that, he ain't the one for you. Don't even let him waste your time. Don't even try to rob him. Now, if it's some dude that's sitting there, begging for a date, oh, baby, I'll buy you nails, I'll do this stuff, and you know that you're not going to play with him, like you just going to try to just get him that one time, and leave him alone, that's fine. Take his money and run. Take his money and run. Take the free gift. Take the free nails, and just run off. Don't burn them up. But, ladies, the problem with that, if you want a lot of stuff, but you also want a actual relationship, it's not going to happen. Not in America and other countries. I mean, men of other countries, they got different standards. There's no man that's really going to be able to do that. Either financially or just morally and just mentally. He just not with that shit. When you want a lot. Because if it's stuff that's not a priority to him, it doesn't necessarily mean he doesn't want to get it for you. But when it's something that's enhancing, that's going to enhance you temporarily, ain't no man want to get that stuff. So a man that got his stuff together, especially if he got both his mind and finance together, he's not going to want to get all that unless he sees something in you that's way different than anybody else. If you can provide him something other than all that stuff you putting on your body and provide him more than just your cootie meat, then you got a chance. But ladies, I'm telling you this because you have to be different from the rest, because all we see all day, pretty much the same thing. A lot of girls listening to Sage Red, shaking their butt, makeup, wigs, for white people, extensions, all that stuff. Make yourself different. If you want to wear that stuff, if you want to look a certain type of way, that's okay. Just have the skills and the respect to be able to be respected by a real man. Not a boy, not a nagger, a real man. That is how you make yourself different. Don't want no man either. He will come. Don't want it so bad, a relationship so bad to you, like you pressing up on them and stuff like that. No. Learn how to deal with yourself. Learn how to be yourself, to be by yourself, be independent. Learn something. Fill your brain with information, because that's when you start getting to know people. That's when you can analyze people better. You know your self-worth. So it's best to sometimes be alone, because like I said, this is not the same as when Granddad and then came up, when your life was pretty much picked out at 16. You knew what you was going to do. You didn't have nothing better else to do. But now we got so much opportunity to do everything. You might as well enjoy it. It's all right to enjoy it alone. Women, I know it's a little dangerous because, y'all women and y'all get snatched up. However, You can still do a lot of stuff. Just get a couple more females, couple more ladies. Y'all save their numbers. And y'all gonna do shit. But I just want people to realize that for guys, it's hard on us. Nobody's there to actually had that conversation. We was taught not to express our feelings. We wasn't taught how to use our words. So men will snap. Men will do stuff that is outside their character. It's a part of the growth in this new world, and it sucks. It sucks, trust me. But you have to understand that. As long as you understand that, you really can't be mad. Because I'm bringing you out of ignorance. If you know the expectations that I'm telling you, it's going to be hard for you to be mad. Don't live in the delusion of this is how it's supposed to be because this is what TV, social media, what the man said it's supposed to be. And when I say the man, I mean the man in the dark shadow that's making all the money from all black asses. You have to understand, all this ain't nothing but a game and a setup. We all are losing somewhere or another. All the stuff that we think matters to us, it don't matter. In this new world, we got to learn how to coexist with each other. Men, stay strong. Y'all have to get y'all shit together. It's going to be hard. Y'all going to be eating sardines off the stove a couple of nights. I done had my nights. Cold as hell. No heat in the house. Sardines. Mental health wasn't shit. Folks dying left and right. However, not one time did I use that as an excuse to disrupt the relationship I was in. I let her know. I said, baby, look, we can't be in a relationship because I got all this stuff going on. I'm sorry. I'll try my best, but it ain't going to work. I had to let her know that as a man. It hurt me bad like a motherfucker. But not one time did I try to say, oh, my daddy this, oh, my Be a man and stand up. Don't waste no girl time. If a girl come around or one you like, look, you just have to like her and let her pass. If a girl come around, she like it. If you ain't got to do shit together, you let her know, baby, look, I'm so broke, I can't afford nothing. I ain't got nothing but hard digging bubble gum, and I can't even afford the bubble gum. So if all you want is that, I got you. Other than that, I can't do nothing else for you. She gonna be pissed, but it's best that she be pissed at you right now than to hate you a few weeks, few months down the line. Ladies, if a dude ain't got his shit together, financially, mentally, leave him alone. Especially if it ain't mental. Finances ain't shit. It really ain't. If he can sit there and kill an alligator with a stick and make a purse and fry that alligator up and make you dinner all in the same night, that is man. But if his mental health ain't together, leave him alone. If he make excuses, oh, my daddy died, that's why I cheated on you. Or my daddy wasn't shit. My grandma, look, everybody's daddy wasn't shit. What, 50 to, what, 3/4 of black people now ain't got their real fathers in their life. Their mama ain't with them no more. We got a stepdaddy. That excuse is so damn dry. It's about 300,000 black people that don't know their damn daddy. That excuse ain't gonna work. I can just walk up the street just randomly and just ask people, you know your daddy? No, I don't know that nigga. So that excuse don't work. Ladies, look out for that red flag. If he try to make excuses and you with him already, especially if you ain't with him, leave him alone. Leave him alone. Ladies, if he trying to buy you out, that's also a trap. I'm giving everybody the game right now. But I have covered all my topics. Thank God I did it within the time frame I said I was going to do it. Y'all have a good one. I am about to watch the 5150 show because it is... Wait. What day is it? Ah, damn, it's Monday night. Ugh. God damn it. And I got all happy and shit. It ain't Tuesday yet. Anyway, I'm sad all over again. Well, anyway, y'all have a good one. I'll talk to y'all on the next one.